Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Lester. Very nervous right now. I don't know why, but microphone in my hand and all these Filipinos staring at me. I feel like I should be, looking at a karaoke screen maybe. Seriously though, I'm an Air Force veteran. My wife is also an Air Force veteran. We moved here about 6 years ago from the UK. We were living in England before here. Before that, we were living in Japan. So by a show of hands, how many people in the room have served in the military? By a show of hands, how many people have family members who have served in the military? Okay, so last question, by a show of hands, how many of those family members impacted your family's transition to the United States? So to me, that's a big part of the journey of what led to starting the Southern Nevada Veterans Chamber of Commerce about 2 years ago. Really, the mission for the Chamber is twofold. It's not only to promote business development in our local community, not only for veteran-owned businesses and military spouse-owned businesses, and also veteran supporters in the community, but also to create a better ecosystem of veteran resources that is more visible and more available, more accessible to the veterans that live here in Southern Nevada. So that's really been my focus for the last 2 years. I'm very appreciative for the opportunity to be able to share this with all of you today. If anyone here has a business that they would like to connect with the military or the veteran community, we have partnerships with upwards of 75 different veteran nonprofits in the community. Many of them are national. And we have a lot of events around the community that are aimed at connecting and just promoting better engagement, better visibility for local businesses and also local nonprofits. So feel free to connect with me, and happy to share any information with anybody in the room. So cool. Thank you.
So what was your motivation in starting this organization?
So, like I said, when we moved here from living overseas for several years, prior to moving overseas, I had worked as a defense contractor in Washington, D.C. That was dependent on not only my tech background, but also the fact that I had a top secret security clearance, which basically disappeared after living overseas for 6 years. So I had to pursue a different career path for myself, and I chose entrepreneurship as that career path. I have 4 children, so 2 parents on a 9-to-5 can be very difficult. So I had to include some flexibility in my schedule. So because of that led to me searching out resources that I wasn't able to find. Looked for something that resembled the Chamber of Commerce for the veteran community. Didn't find one, so I figured, why not start one? So that's how it came about. So.
And how many members do you currently have?
Currently, we're at about 220 businesses.
That's wonderful.
We hit our 2-year mark this month.
Great.
So things have moved pretty quickly.
Are there any specialties within your members?
No, not really. I mean, like the industry sectors that are involved in our chamber are pretty diverse. We have everything from real estate professionals to promotion companies to large corporations like NV Energy and Caesars and Resorts World are all members of our chamber. So one of the things that we definitely try to focus on promoting is NV Energy, for example, as a partner. As a new chamber, we're not going to blow up NV Energy's brand in the community. But what we can do is we can promote their veteran hiring initiatives to promote, veteran hiring for NV Energy. So
that's great. That's great. Are you finding a lot of adoption with that, with the growth here in Las Vegas, new industries, new companies coming into town and wanting to embrace and reach out and engage the veteran community?
Yeah, definitely. So Las Vegas is as all of us know who live here, it's a very unique community because it's famous for its gaming and its hospitality industries. But some of the things that we're trying to do and trying to focus on is to promote the different industry sectors that Las Vegas isn't necessarily famous for, like healthcare, technology, things like that. And we can bring people into the Las Vegas community by promoting opportunities in those industry sectors.
I think that's wonderful. We're not just a little box for, on the application forms, and when we apply for grants and loans, we're not just a little box. We're individuals and we're a community, and to be able to represent our veterans community is really wonderful. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I can share something, for those of you who raised your hand and, when I asked how many of your family members had, their decision to join the military had an impact on your family actually being here in the United States. My dad joined the U.S. Navy from Subic Bay in 1973. That's how he came to the U.S. He turned that initial enlistment opportunity into a 24-year career and retired as a Master Chief. And a year later, that's when I chose to pursue an active duty career. So I wouldn't even be here had he not made that decision. So I feel like the impact of those decisions that have been made from our community, many people, coming to the United States by joining the U.S. Navy and the U.S. military have been, that's led to our community being what it is, So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much thank you so much for sharing the story.
Yeah,
really.
absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yes.